going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing? Right now I'm in I just finished my load in Kathleen, Georgia. Don't have nothing coming out yet. It's a little hard to search for loads while you're driving. So there's a couple that I saw, but my fingers just weren't quick enough to grab them. So I'm trying to find one between now and the morning. Plus, as I'm showing y'all the load board, I'm gonna look for one for myself also. So maybe y'all bring me some luck and find something good. So, all right, we're gonna go from A to W. So let's start out with the first one. We got 675 loads on the board right now. Now that's just not for today. That's for the next 7 days. So I wish it was just for today, but it's not. So if I was an owner op and I had my own numbers and I was on the JB Hunt 360 load board, you know, those numbers are a lot different. Now you're talking about seeing like 4, 5, 6,000 loads in a day. So, you know, with JB Hunt, they tend to company drivers first and owner operator second, and independent contractors like myself, we kind of get the scrap. So we gotta make do with what we got so something better comes along. So all right, let's start out. All right, what we got Alabama. I know I had some subscriber requests, and I'll have to go through my comments and see which ones there are, but I'm going to do every state anyway, so I'm pretty much going to have everybody covered. So that's Alabama. What they got? Got a lot of heavy loads, I see that. And it looks like a lot of these delivery dates are after the Super Bowl, because that's one of the problems I'm having now. I don't know if people are planning on watching the Super Bowl, but a lot of loads that usually deliver on certain Sundays and stuff like that aren't on the board. So I guess the Super Bowl doesn't come on too late, so I don't really understand why, but it is what it is. All right, that's Alabama. Arkansas. All right. Arizona. Oh wow. They're all coming from the same place and going to the same place. That's nice. Wish I was in Arizona right now, because I'll definitely take one of those. And you're all, let's see, you can actually take one of these. Let's see, no, that doesn't. These old ones, no, they got strict appointment times. 8 o'clock. I was going to say you could take one, get a load coming back, and take another one. But let's see, the first one picks up on. Well, look at that. One actually picks up on Super Bowl Sunday. So you figure first delivery date, if it picks up on the 12th, it's the 12th. Delivered on the 15th. Oh, yeah. No round trip and coming back for another one. They're all heavy, too. Oh, 43,000 pounds. Didn't see that. Then maybe I wouldn't be taking one of those. Although, well, I don't know. I've never been out like Arizona and stuff. I've never been out there. A lot of people are telling me it's flat, so heavyweight really doesn't make that much of a difference. But you are coming. I mean, I don't know. I've never been out that far, so I can't speak. If somebody knows, drop a comment down there. But I think once you get to a certain part past the Midwest, I think it just flattens out, so it's not a lot of hills and stuff like that. So people don't mind hauling heavyweight over there. California, 62 lows in California. California is hot right now. I'm trying to make a trip to California. And me and my man Ant, you know, rolling with Murray Logistics over there. He got a YouTube channel too. You know, we talk a lot. We're trying to get together and do like a week or two out at the same time. Try to basically do like double loads, going to the same places and stuff like that. Try to make some content. And California is one of the places we're trying to get to. So we might head out next week, right after Valentine's Day. I'm not quite sure yet. We're trying to figure it out and get it together. California is very, let's see. Yeah, I need to get out to California. There's some nice paying loads out there. And they all got some decent miles attached to them, so you're gonna make a pretty good penny. Like this California to North Carolina, that's 2,400 miles and paying $276 a mile. That's a nice little chunk of change right there. That's like $6,600. And it's an old one, so you could drop it as soon as you get there, because they give you, let's see, the 11th to the 16th. You move it to the top so everybody can see it. That's one out right at the top. So the one right, so it'll give you 5 days to get there. You could make it. Let's see. My brain really isn't functioning correctly right now. I'm a little tired. I'm driving all day, but I really didn't want to. If I did California, I said I wasn't going to do one straight load coming across, because I could probably piece it together and probably make more money. But that's a nice load. What else we got? Let's sort this by rate per mile. So here's a nice one. California going to Colorado. Although you be stuck in Colorado. There's not too many things coming out of Colorado. Boy, at $4.53 a mile, there's no weight up there. But at $4.53 a mile at 1,000 miles, that's a nice load too. Let's see, California to California. There's a lot of loads that go to California. They all seem to go to Texas. Like, look at all these loads. They're all 90% of them are going to Texas. And then you got some California to Californias. Every now and again, you'll see like here's one going to Jersey for $1.99 a mile. There's one at the bottom going to PA. It's light too. It's only 16,000 pounds. So think about California. California, all right. What else we got? Oh look, Colorado. Oh, I was hitting it the wrong one. I had to go back because I hit Connecticut by mistake. All right, that's what we got for Connecticut. They're all the rates are basically identically the same except for one or two. Everything is pretty much, they're all going to the same place, Milford to Illinois. Paying $241 a mile, 21,000 pounds. All right, Colorado. Yeah, Colorado's the one of those states you might get stuck in. Go, oof. Yeah, who's gonna take this? 45,000 pound load, basically maxing it out, and it's only paying $1.86 a mile. Like, yeah, I'm all right. I'd rather drive over to Kansas and get a load. All right, we did Howard County. All right, Delaware. I don't know. For Delaware, most of the loads coming out of Delaware coming out of Budweiser, so that's why all the loads are so heavy. Every load, 90% of the loads coming out of Delaware come from Budweiser, and for some apparent reason, none of them really have line hauls except for just these two for some apparent reason, which are going to Georgia at $1.96. Not for that weight. They come off the board, but I think what JBM does is when they sit there for a while, they just give them to company drivers. Because I don't see any. Me personally, I wouldn't take it. I'm not gonna say I don't see any ICs taking it, but I mean, you never know. EM. I really don't know what EM is. I need to Google this real fast because I don't know where is EM. Is that? I don't know what that is. Does anybody know what that is? Is that Canada? Oops. My fingers ain't working. All right. That's wait a minute. That's Mexico? Can't what? I know I'm going crazy right now. I can't. I'm sorry. I really have to figure this out. That is Mexico. Oh, wow. Okay. It's Mexico. All right. Okay. Nice loads coming out of Mexico. I'm not going in there, but I had a nice load earlier that I tried to book that was going from Kathleen to Smyrna, Delaware. It was paying $3,500. I went to go book the load and they kept giving me an error. It was kind of frustrating, so I just clicked if you keep getting an error, you can just click request load and have your CC do it for you. He messaged me back and told me it was a hazmat load, and that's why I couldn't book it. So we're gonna have to go get our hazmat endorsement so we don't miss out on loads like that again. I mean, I gotta go get it anyway because I'm thinking about changing companies in April, and the company I'm thinking about going to, you actually need your hazmat, so I gotta get it anyway. All right, we're in Florida. Everybody knows you get paid to go into Florida, but coming out of Florida, you're not gonna make much. So you gotta take it's better than deadheading out. At least this is one of the states where you're kind of forced to take cheap freight. I mean, at least it will cover your fuel, because whether you take a lot of people say don't take cheap freight, let the cheap freight sit there and the prices will go up. That don't work, because there's always somebody that's going to take cheap freight. Always. It's never going to work. Like, people say it'd be nice, but it's never going to happen. It's way too many drivers out here to try to to try to change. It's just like I said, everybody's expenses aren't the same. So if you out here driving around and your 2023 jailbreak that's costing you about $1,500 or $2,000 a month just to drive once a week, yeah, that cheap freight ain't gonna get you nowhere. So, but that's a whole nother topic I'm not even gonna get into. So, all right, Florida. Where have we got? Georgia. Where we at now? Let's see. Let's see what Georgia has coming out tomorrow. Pickup date the 10th. Okay, we got Kentucky 2316. Okay, maybe we'll head over to Kentucky. What delivery date? The 12th, but it's an 01, so I could I could pick it up and deliver it on Saturday. As long as you deliver your load by Saturday at midnight, it will go on your next check. So this load I just did going to Kathleen, if I do this load, both of those will go on my next week's check. And it will cover basically the truck note, fuel, JB expenses, and I'll have like a couple $100 left to myself. So, and then Kentucky's not bad. I could probably find something out of Kentucky going towards home, where I can still make it home in time for the Super Bowl. If not, it ain't no big deal, because I'm from Philly, but I'm not an Eagles fan, so like I could watch it in my truck if need be. I'm not going to rush home for that. I'd rather sit out and make money. All right, what else we got coming out tomorrow? Edgewater Park, New Jersey, $2.38 a mile. Nope, that could sit there. And you got to hold on to it for 3 days? Oh, that's definitely going to sit there. What else we got? Mississippi, 201, no. Lakeland, Florida, not going into Florida. What else we got? Alabama, $2.75 a mile. That could deliver tomorrow too. That's not a bad load. That's only 12,000 pounds. So do I want to go to Kentucky or Alabama? Those basically my only two options. Is either Alabama or Kentucky. Kentucky, Alabama. All right, let me go back up to Alabama real fast. What's coming out of Alabama on the 11th? Let's see, Mobile to Illinois. So it's they were only paying $1.80 a mile. All right, what's coming out on the 12th? Anything good coming out on the 12th? If I stay there an extra day, got Texas. I could run into 43,000 pounds to Ohio. No, that's not gonna work. That's 41. That doesn't have a weight. Texas. And it's Texas. Let's leave it on the 13th. No. All right. So see, some nice loads leaving after. Like, this is what a lot of guys do. They book their loads like a week in advance. So Monday is the 13th. So a lot of guys start booking their loads now because it's actually some nice, good paying loads out here for next week. 13th. After the 14th. There's a lot of loads on there. The ones going up north aren't really paying much. There's some going to Berlin, New Jersey. It's only $2.37 a mile. But here's one's going to Storrs Draft, Virginia, and it's paying $3.25 a mile. It's only 5,900 pounds. That's leaving on the 14th. Somebody's going to take that because that's right after somebody going to spend a day with their girl, on Valentine's Day, and then go hit the road. And say, babe, I'll see you in a couple days. Or you can just spend Valentine's Day on the weekend, which is really what I wanted to do, because going out on Valentine's Day is just a whole cluster. We try to make a reservation, and then every restaurant is booked, and it's just a whole mess. I'd rather do that shit on Saturday. I ain't got to worry about sitting there and waiting 2 hours for a table and all that old crazy stuff. It'd be nice if you just let me cook her dinner at home. That'd be even better. But she's dead set on going out, so it is what it is. Let's see, Iowa, not much. They got 1, 2, 3. They got some nice paying loads coming out of Iowa, going to Kansas City and Ohio. They're all for, like mainly Monday. All right, Illinois. This is another one of those high paying states. Look, everything up here is over $3 a mile. Like, it's where you need to be. Got to work that Midwest. Midwest is where it's at. That's where the money's at. I'm gonna do 1 week in the Midwest and see what I do. I'm gonna just go out there and just run the Midwest. It's there. That might be it though. I wonder. Just run like Illinois, like down to Texas and back up or something like that. There's an Illinois to Kathleen on here. Because there's a lot of Georgia loads going right back up to Illinois. I can run that too. Illinois to Georgia and Georgia right back up to Illinois. Now, that might be a run. Let's see. Let's go back to Georgia real quick. It was just in Illinois. Because I think there's loads on here going to Illinois from Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. From Athens, Georgia to Illinois. There was more on here. Somebody must have took them all. Because when I was looking at this earlier, there was a bunch on here. That's the last one left. It's even on the 15th. There was actually a bunch leaving tomorrow that I saw, and they're not in here anymore, which means somebody took them. Because they're probably looking at that. They're probably looking at the Illinois loads like, oh, I can go up there and make some money and come right back down. All right, Indiana. Indiana's another hot spot. Let's see what Indiana got. Yeah, Indiana's another hot spot. I mean, you got a couple little bit of dollar 93s, but other than that, everything's 250 and up, 346, 356, 352. Some nice loads coming out of Indiana too. All right, where we at? And then there you go, Kansas. Like if I was to come out of California and go to Colorado, this is where I would dead at too, right? To like Kansas City, Kansas, and get a load from out of there, because they got a lot of nice high-paying loads coming out of here too. Some of them are a little heavy, but some of them are some manageable ones on here. 16, 19, 18, 32. I won't mind 32. The one I just brought down to Kathleen was 28, and I was still getting over 8 miles to the gallon. So, I mean, it's relatively a flat ride down. So, I was still averaging over 8 miles to the gallon. I think I was averaging 8.5 miles to the gallon coming down, pulling 28,000 pounds. So, I filled up in, because I already had fuel from last week. I filled up in Falls Church for $3.44 a gallon. And I got some DEF for like $46. I think altogether I paid like $518. I filled up in Falls Church from Falls Church to Kathleen is like a little over 600 miles, and I didn't even burn a half a tank of diesel. I still got like a little, like right under, like in between a quarter and a half. So if I get a relatively around the same weight going in that same direction, I wouldn't even have to get diesel again. I can make it all the way back up with the diesel I got, because I really wasn't trying to get any more diesel till Sunday, because I'm only going to be able to do 2 loads this week. So if I have to fill up again between the fuel and JB Hunt and truck news, I'm not going to have anything, because I already spent $518 in fuel. If I got to fill up again, that's just be about $1,000. So I'm not trying to get any fuel till Sunday. So I'm going to baby what I got. All right. We at Kentucky. I'm going to turn the air off. Because right now it's like 75 degrees and it's like rainy and muggy, and it's like hot as hell in the truck. And outside ain't no better to open the windows, so I had the air running, but now it's like freezing in here. Let's see, Kentucky. And this one all the way to the top. When you see stuff going like Bregensville, PA, 40,000 pounds, from my experience, most of the time that's a water load. It's probably going to Nestle. Nothing out of Bregensville is usually light. Everything that's going in and out of Bregensville is heavy. Some nice loads coming out of Kentucky. What day is this? Oh, there's nothing on there for tomorrow. Nope. Because Kentucky isn't that far from... I can look for something in Tennessee or Alabama. I already did Alabama. All those loads are heavy. 42 and 43,000 pounds. You'd think they'll pay more. Maryland. Any Aberdeens on here? What we got? Aberdeen, Illinois, paying trash. Aberdeen, Indiana, $270 a mile. That's not bad. When does that leave? 11th. It leaves on Saturday. Delivers Monday. That's not a bad load to start the week, and it's taking you into a hot zone. Aberdeen, Indiana. That's a perfect load to start your week. It's just taking you right into the hot zone, right into Indiana. How heavy is that? 19,000 pounds. And most likely that's probably Frito-Lay. When stuff come out of Aberdeen, it's either Frito-Lay or Wayfair. You can usually tell by the weight. Michigan. Excuse me. Ooh, Michigan got some nice loads too. Not a lot, but they paying. Like this Michigan and York, PA, I would take that. It's all downhill from there. 35,000 pounds is not that bad. For source 465 miles. Like if you're gonna take some heavyweight, at least let me get paid for it. For a little extra diesel I'm gonna burn. What else we got? Or you just run Michigan to Illinois. It's not a lot of miles, but something like that 190, 210. Now why would they do that? You pick it up on the 10th. It's only 190 miles. Why won't you let me deliver it on the same day? That sucks. Like I said, you could do that and then pick another load up the same day, but that's because it doesn't pick up till 5. What's that, 1700? Yeah, it doesn't pick up till 5 o'clock at night. Oh, and you going into Illinois? Oh yeah, you about to be sitting there forever. That traffic up there, boy, is a whole nother animal. Minnesota. Minnesota got. Nah. Stay from up there. Missouri. A lot of empty line hauls in there. I have no luck with when the line hauls are empty, and every time I message my CC, because I got a new CC now, because I've been with the company for more than a month. Like when you first start out with JB Hunt, they give you like a training CC, I guess. It's like she has less people, so she could pay more attention to you, so she helps you out with a lot of things. So, but being that I've been here more than a month, they gave me this new guy. And I don't know if he's ever going to watch this video, but he's terrible. Every time I ask this man for a line haul, he'd be like, oh, let me get that for you. And guess what? I never get it. And then all of a sudden, the load's going. So it's like, somebody got it. So either he not doing his job, or somebody just took that load without even asking for the line haul. But it's like, me messaging him asking for a line haul. Like when I did that with my first CC, I would ask her for a line haul, and like within 5-10 minutes, she'll send me back with whatever the line haul is. I'm like, thank you. This guy, haven't gotten one yet. I'm ready. Just stop. I guess he just want me to. I guess I'll just stop asking, I guess. Canada. Oof. That's a lot of miles. They paying too. Oh, some nice. But you definitely gonna be riding in some. You definitely, if you like the snow, and that's a lot of weight too. All right, Mississippi. No. All the weights are nice. The rates are good. Oh, going to Texas. Oh, if I'm going to Eastern PA. Oh, whoa. Oh, it picks up today. It picks up today. Wait a minute. Why didn't I? Wait a minute. How far am I from Mississippi? Do I want a deadhead? 400 miles to pick up that load. I won't be able to pick it up till tomorrow, but most likely, ain't nobody pick it up anyway, so it's gonna get rescheduled for oh, it's already after midnight. Oh Lord, I didn't even pay attention to the time. Nobody picked it up, so most likely that's gonna get picked. I could actually run if I leave now. I have like 3 hours left on my clock. I can drive like 2.5 stops, take a 10-hour break, and pick it up tomorrow afternoon. And I'll just deliver it on Monday. And that'd be a nice load to start my week. That's $4,700 right off the rip. Because that will go with my next check. I gotta wait for them to change that date though. Because if I book that now, Because it says the 9th, they'll give me a service failure. I actually got to wait for them to change that before I could book it. So I'm actually going to send a message out about it and see what they say. Because if I book it now, I get a service failure because it has a 9th on it. I actually have to wait till they change the date to the 10th before I can book it. So I'm actually going to have to wait. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that throughout the night. Let's see, North Carolina. I'm surprised nobody took that little paying that kind of money. Unless somebody had it and couldn't make it and put it back. Because usually loads like that, especially down in the South like that, usually those loads don't sit there. I'm surprised that load's still there. All right, what we got? North Carolina. North Carolina's not that far from me either right now. What's anything going out tomorrow? Wilson, North Carolina to Hanover, PA. That's not really worth that heading up there for. What else you got? Edgewater Park. Yeah, that's not. I gotta hold on to that to the 13th. That's not doing me no good either. What else you got? Houston, Texas. I don't know what's been going on in Jersey. They really haven't had anything lately. Now, you see this load right here? It says Clifton to Smyrna, Delaware. See how it says XDIV at the end? Whenever you see a load like that on the board, that actually came from the owner-operator board, and they dropped it. And now they want us to come clean it up. That's why there's no fuel surcharge on it, because the owner-operators, they don't get a fuel surcharge. If you have your own DOT number and you sign on with JB Hunt, or your loads don't have a fuel surcharge, like the IC loads do. So that's why you see no fuel surcharge there. Yeah, if say XDiv, there's never going to be a fuel surcharge because it came from their 360 board. So the owner-operator had it, and then he dropped it. And now they put it over here for us to clean up. I mean, that's not bad, though. It's 161 miles, $821. Like, somebody's going to grab it. Even though it has no fuel surcharge, that's still not a bad rate. Because even if you add in the fuel surcharge, they'll probably just drop their rate per mile down to, like, probably 3 something. So, I mean, it's still a good load. And it's only 6,000 pounds. Like, if I was home, I would take that. Run that take me a couple hours. Do it and call it a day. Because I'm not far from Clifton or Smyrna. I'm, like, in the middle of both. So, that's not bad. Almost everything's going on. Now, that's a nice load. This one going into Richmond. 1,700 miles, paying $3.05 a mile. It's like, I like loads like that. Whoa. Damn. I gotta hold on to that thing for 7 days. Pick up on the 10th. You can't deliver to the 17th with a firm. No, never mind. That load will sit there. There's no way in the world you gotta hold on to. Why you gotta hold on for so long? It's only 1,700 miles. It's not gonna take. I don't know why they do that. I don't know if you might be able to call the shipper and probably try to get an earlier appointment day. Maybe. You would have to book it. But being as well it picks up on the 10th, you need a 24-hour window before you can cancel, or you get a service failure. So I could say book it, call, and see if you can get an earlier appointment time. If not, you can just tell them to take it off you, but you risk getting a service failure. Although they do allow you to get 4 service failures in 6 months, I think, before it really affects you. So, I mean, It all depends if you already have one or not. It all depends. But that's not one of those Mexicos like those Mexico loads, boy. They really. I don't know. I gotta see what you gotta do to get down here. Nevada only has one load. Noah Line Hall. Yeah, okay. New York. Ooh, New York only got 4. New York has more than this. Middletown and Kathleen. $1.91. What? Middletown and King of Prussia. I would do that load if I'm already in New York. But if I have to drive to Middletown and come back to do it, it's not worth it. Because it's only paying a little over $700. It's not worth it to deadhead up there and come back down. That's just not worth it. This Middletown and Lynchburg I might do, though. Because it's a lot of loads coming out of Lynchburg. They have a Lynchburg. Actually, they have a Lynchburg. I don't know if it's still on there. There's a Lynchburg going to Topeka, Kansas, paying almost like $5,000. I don't know if it's still on there. I would have to check. All right, where we at? Ohio. There's 63 loads in Ohio. That's like that Midwest stuff. Paying pretty good too. Everything's over $2.50 a mile, close to $3 a month. I'm looking for everything that's like 700-800 miles or more. Ohio to Texas, 1,200 miles, paying $272. 3,400, only 12,000 pounds. It's a nice load. Yeah. See that's it. Ohio, Illinois, Indiana. Like they just there. Oklahoma only got one. Not doing it. Go back. Yeah. You figure you got Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, like all the Michigan, all those little states right there, pay pretty good. Oregon only got one. It's paying good, $3.18 a mile. If you want to pull some heavyweight. PA. See what they got going on back home. That's one thing I don't like. I mean, PA is good and bad. They have a lot of loads coming out, but as you can tell, they all suck in price. Like, you got variety. It's just a matter of which it's not much to choose from. Like $2.14 a mile. Like who wants that? Like, this is something I take though. Regensville to Georgia. 21,000 pounds. $3.12 a mile. Just about 2,400. Like, that's something I would take with it. Oh, no, that leaves tomorrow. What else you got? 276 going to Florida. Mountaintop to Lakeland, Florida. 43,000 pounds. Nope. Thank you. What's this one? Wilkes-Barre to Edison. It's a quick day load. It's only 124 miles. There's no fuel surcharge though. Probably because it's only 124 miles. I guess they figured it wasn't worth it. What else we got? That same one, Wilkes-Barre to Edison. It's up there again. It was both the same day. The 15th. No, one's the 14th, one's the 15th. If you wanted if you had something to do that day and you just wanted something quick, that's not bad. That'll probably take you about 6 hours total out your whole time, out your day, if that, depending on where you're coming from. Like, from my house, it'll probably take about 2 hours to get to Wilkes-Barre. And from Wilkes-Barre to Edison, probably another 2.5, 3 hours. Then from Edison back home, about an hour and a half. Yeah, about a good 6. You get a solid day's work. South Carolina. It's not that far from me right now. What they got coming out tomorrow? Oh, they got something going to Illinois. 310 a mile. Rock Hill, South Carolina. How far is that from me now? Rock Hill, South Carolina. From my location. A little over 200 miles. Where is it going again? To Illinois. Yeah, I could cut. Oh, yeah. I could throw that in. That delivers on Saturday, so that I could end my pay period. Was it almost a 5-hour deadhead? 270 miles. 32,000 pounds. But now I'm dealing with a bunch of hills, though, because I'm going to have to cut through Ohio and PA and West Virginia. Let's see. Rock Hill. Let's take out Kathleen and put in Illinois. How hilly is this? Alright, so we're going from North Carolina up through Kentucky, Indianapolis. Yeah, that's going to burn a lot of diesel. $440 fuel surcharge. I don't know. I better think about that one. And if ain't nobody take it yet, it probably ain't gonna. It's probably still. It's gonna be sitting there tomorrow. That's one going to Juliet. That one's 40,000 pounds too. Oh, these are the ones from Illinois I was looking at. Oh, it wasn't coming out of Georgia. They were coming out of South Carolina. Okay, that's what I know. I saw a bunch of Illinois. Okay, they were coming out of South Carolina, not Georgia. And they actually every load coming out of South Carolina is over 40,000 pounds. Holy shit. All right. Tennessee. Tennessee, not a little bad deadhead either. We got coming out tomorrow. Tennessee to California. Nope. That's the only thing I'm right. No. Tennessee to Massachusetts. Is Massachusetts? What's the delivery date? Oh, I gotta hold it till Monday. Oof. Jackson, Tennessee to Massachusetts. That's 4,100 though. That's a nice way to start the week. I could actually take that home, sit on it, leave out Sunday night after the Super Bowl, and deliver it first thing Monday morning. That way I don't have to leave with rush hour traffic. Going there. Jackson, Tennessee. How far is Jackson, Tennessee from where I am? No way, that's right. Really? It's that far? It's 500 miles. Never mind. Never mind. Texas. We got Texas. Texas always has a lot of loads coming out. You go to Texas, you'll never have a problem coming out. And most of their rates are decent. Utah is only one. Virginia. Yeah, that Lynchburg, Topeka, Kansas is going. If it was on how to show it to you, but somebody took it, as they should. I think it was leaving on the 15th. Covington, 300 miles. All right, we're at Wisconsin. If I was in Wisconsin, I needed to get back home, I would take this Wisconsin to Swedesboro, New Jersey for $285 a mile, only 4,000 pounds. I would snatch that and get my ass home real quick. But if I didn't have to go home, I would be taking... I would go to California from Wisconsin. It's paying $23 a mile. $23 a mile for only 10,000 pounds. Over $5,000. I would definitely take that. Damn, can I get to Wisconsin by the 13th? Got me thinking now. And it's an old one. I could deliver it however long it takes. Shit, I got some. Man, make up my damn mind. I'm so undecisive right now. I don't know what I want to do. West Virginia, everything from West Virginia is going to Texas, all paying the same thing, $223 a mile. And it's all over 43,000 pounds. Not going to happen, so. All right, folks. That's it. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you want to see a particular state, just leave it in the comment below. Or most of the times I go over every state anyway, so I guess it really doesn't matter. But what I'm going to start doing is, I usually when people do a subscribe, I usually do those first. So if you want to see a particular state, just leave it in the comments, and I'll do it on the next video. So thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. And I'll see you all in the next video.